Dealing with an aggressive dog is a difficult task for anyone. As a professional trainer and behavior consultant, I've helped hundreds of clients just like you. Today's question from the internet has to do with aggressive dogs. This is dog training support. Today from the internet, we have a woman who's talking about her 7-month-old rescue pup. And this pup has been getting into these moods where he becomes agitated and very worked up. He's nipped at her and her boyfriend a couple of times and given her a bruise once or twice. So she says, I'm really lost and I'm struggling to fix this behavior. Let's go ahead and watch the video.
No, don't eat that.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. So we've already got something to talk about. The person sees her dog chewing at the bedding and immediately says no. No is a word that we want to eliminate from our vocabulary. Why? Because no doesn't teach the dog anything about what to do. No, not right now. No, not when you're in the room with me. No, not when you're watching. No, not because it's Friday. It doesn't give any information. So what should you do instead? Instead, you want to avoid inadvertently reinforcing the behavior with that communication, and then you want to separately reinforce something else. And we can talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
Now, what's happened is the dog was barking, likely due to some escalating frustration, and the person went ahead and was patting the dog. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with petting your dog. However, in this situation, as she's patting the dog in response to the barking, it's likely that she inadvertently, there's my dog over there, inadvertently reinforced the barking.
You're okay. No.
Now things have escalated. The dog has continued to bark and there's frustration now, of course, on both sides. The person is frustrated, says no again. The dog is frustrated, again, barks more. And then the person tries petting the dog again and we see an air snap. So again, on our staircase or ladder of aggression, we have a lot of low-level body language cues that are indicating that the dog is uncomfortable, frustrated, something is amiss, and then we keep escalating up that ladder until we get to the point where the dog gives a snap. Instead, what we want to do is realize that the dog is not giving you a hard time here. The dog is having a hard time.
No, stop.
Okay, now we're continuing with the frustration. The person is getting more frustrated. They're repeating no. That's not helping the situation. The dog is barking more. The person is adding a hand gesture to her no, to her stop. And again, we see another snap. We also are seeing body language that indicates, again, the dog is frustrated and uncomfortable.
No.
Now we've just had the dog snap at her finger when she A, puts it close to the dog's face, and B, continues with which I'm guessing is, because we can't see her face, a stern from the sound of her voice, facial gesture indicating no, stop. The dog is frustrated, goes for her hand. Again, if the dog wanted to bite her hand at that close proximity, the dog certainly could do that. So that's the dog showing restraint, albeit the dog is really frustrated. In this instance, the person could also use some really good information about body language and interpretation so that she could better understand what her dog is trying to communicate to be able to de-escalate the situation instead of allowing the situation to continue to escalate.
No. You're okay.
Okay, so the person is, even though this particular dog in this video is deaf, the person continues to say no in a louder voice, again, indicating frustration on their part. Again, this intervention is not working, but the person clearly is at a loss, as they expressed in their initial paragraph, about what to do. So this would be a point at which I would recommend ASAP, as soon as possible, intervention with a qualified professional trainer to help resolve the situation, to help teach her, A, to read body language appropriately, B, to understand how to mark and reinforce offered behaviors, and then how to teach a repertoire of appropriate behaviors that she could mark and reinforce. This would allow the situation to de-escalate so that they could have a better relationship going forward, and so that the inappropriate behavior would no longer be occurring, and there would be lots of behaviors that she would like to see more of that she could reinforce happening. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.